Should I do this now?
This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss position changes in SGA. Then, we'll talk about Project Innocence at Youngstown State University. We'll also take a look at the women's basketball team and their recent win streak. Hello and welcome back into JambarTV. I'm Elizabeth Koss.
And I'm Scott Shiddock.
YSU's Student Government Association has appointed a new president and executive vice president at a meeting February 13th in the Rossi Room of Kilcawley Center. Former President Alexander Paypaw officially stepped down after taking a medical leave of absence early in the spring semester. Former Executive Vice President Jordan Pintar has officially assumed his role. The position of Executive Vice President is now filled by Sophia Myers, the former president of Student Life. Myers was nominated after unanimously being elected by representatives at the meeting. Pintar said the transition will be smooth for her and Myers.
It was a very unfortunate circumstance that it came so unknowingly, but I was able to transition a lot of that work, and with Sophie already having experience being one of the VPs that we have of our committees, she was able to transition that work pretty easily too.
Following Myers' appointment, Representatives Emma O'Connell and Jenna Belay nominated each other to fill the role of Student Life Vice President. Representatives can still make nominations for the position until its election, which will take place at SGA's next meeting at 4 p.m. on February 24th in the Rossi Room.
The Penguin Portal has been replaced with a stronger system called the Illusion Experience. Beginning March 1st, students will no longer have access to the old system. The new system, which goes by the same name, is a customizable user interface with more features than the last. The links from the old Penguin Portal will now be on interactive cards that can be removed or replaced on users' screens. Rosalind Donaldson, Director of IT Training Services, said the new system is easy to use.
Well, the old system is a list of links, and the new system is a series of tiles which you can make visible on your home page or not. You don't have to display all the things that you will probably never use.
The new system also uses real-time data and displays live updates. The Senior Project Manager, Jeff Wormley, said you can view your current grades and schedule.
If you're a student and you open up a card that's your class schedule, you'll see your real-time class schedule right there. And if the teachers put grades in Blackboard and you open up your class, it'll tell you what your grade is at the time.
Students who need assistance with the new system can contact Wormley.
YSU has announced it's delayed the deadline for priority enrollment until June 1st. The extension was made after the Department of Education announced further changes to FAFSA's Student Aid Index formula, which determines financial need for FAFSA applicants. The university will not receive any FAFSA results for the 2024-25 year until early March. However, the university's announcement still is encouraging students to fill out their FAFSA as soon as possible.
YSU's Art and Africana Studies departments work together to put on an annual Black History Month art exhibition. The exhibit this year runs from January 29th through February 22nd and features work by YSU alumni Nasir Watson. The professor and coordinator of YSU's art education, Samuel Adupoku, initiated the annual exhibit 17 years ago. He said he decided to bring an art exhibit into the Black History Month celebration because there are not many black creators in the art field.
It really creates an opportunity for the Black history, African Americans in particular, to be able to get a venue, to be able to share their experience, expertise.
Other events that BSU has in place for Black History Month celebrations include a Brown Sugar Brunch on February 17th and a Black Poetry Slam on February 21st. Check out Watson's work in the Judith Ray Solomon Gallery in Bliss Hall before it leaves on the 22nd.
On February 8th, a Next Steps meeting in opposition of the YSU administration's selection of President Bill Johnson was led by senior political science major Rose McClurkin. McClurkin said the meetings are to keep conversations going and to let the administration know that pushback isn't going away anytime soon.
We're basically consistently meeting and consistently acting to prove them wrong. But at some point they are going to have to hear us, and they are facing those tangible repercussions of money being taken out, of gaining national and statewide news coverage. Like, this isn't going to go away.
Anyone interested in joining those next step meetings can contact McClurkin at rmmclurkin@student.ysu.edu.
February is American Heart Month, and the Jambar is taking a glimpse into the lives of patients and nurses who focus on heart health. Elizabeth Koss was outside Kilcawley Center with more on how to listen to your heart.
Thanks, guys. American Heart Month is way more than just wearing red. The American Heart Association uses the entire month of February to help raise awareness for heart disease, the leading cause of death worldwide. Giovanni Bruno, a former cardiovascular ICU nurse at the Cleveland Clinic, worked with patients following heart surgery before he returned to YSU to obtain a doctorate degree. He spoke about some common factors that play into heart disease.
Now, most of the time, majority of the patients that I ever took care of that had to get heart disease or heart surgery, they had like diabetes. It was uncontrolled. They had hypertension. They smoked. Their cholesterol levels were through the roof. Those right there, just put you at a higher risk.
The American Heart Association also uses all of February to raise awareness for stroke, heart attack, heart failure, and other heart-related conditions, including heart defects. Gavin Esposito was only 1 month old when he underwent open heart surgery. By age 5, he would go through 3 heart catheterizations and 2 more open heart surgeries. He described his heart defect and last surgery.
The condition I was born with was called tetralogy of flow, which are basically 4 different heart issues in one. Third and last surgery was in May 2008, which is when they installed a new homograph, and it said it would be good until my teenage years. Guess what? Still going good, haven't had to have it replaced. All procedures took place at Rainbow's Babies and Children's Hospital, and I've been good since then.
The American Heart Association has tons of healthy living advice on its website, including healthy eating, physical exercise advice, and mental well-being tips. For more information, you can visit their website at heart.org. Reporting for the Jambar and Thinking Heart Healthy, I'm Elizabeth Koss. Now, I know it's February in Ohio, but it certainly has been feeling a lot more like December, especially with the past couple of days. We've seen some flurries going around too.
Sure has been cold, but how are we looking this weekend? Here's Reagan with the weather.
We're going to have some chillier days moving into this weekend. I'll have a more detailed report after the break.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us, and we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University, know why.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Reagan Hilton, and this is your weekly weather outlook. Today, we will see temps at 36 degrees, and there will be heavy cloud coverage. There will be a low chance for precipitation throughout the day. However, that chance for snow will increase at 80% at night, with that heavy cloud coverage carrying into the night as well. Tomorrow will be cloudy with 31 degree temps and a 25% chance for precipitation. At night, that chance for rain will reduce to 13% and temps will drop to 23 degrees. We are going to finish out the weekend strong with a mostly sunny day at 41 degrees with a very low chance for rain once again. Temps will drop to 25 degrees and that chance for rain will stay consistent moving into the night. Now let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today it will be cloudy with a high of 36 degrees and a low chance for rain. At night, the temps will drop to 22 degrees. Tomorrow, we will see a high of 31 degrees and it will be mostly cloudy with a 25% chance for rain. At night, we'll have a low of 23 degrees and the chance for precipitation will decrease to 13%. On Sunday, we'll see a high of 41 degrees with plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Sunday night, we'll see temps at 25 degrees with a low chance for rain once again. At the start of the week, temps will reach 47 degrees. We'll see a very low chance for rain throughout the day as well. There's a very low chance of precipitation at night, and the low will be 32 degrees. That's all we have for this week's weather outlook. Stick around as Wilson Corbicello will be filling us in on YSU's chapter of the Ohio Innocence Project.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
I'm Wilson Corbicello, and this is your Student Life Update. Youngstown State University's chapter of Ohio Innocence Project is currently seeking new members. Jambar reporter Matt Sautler has more.
The Innocence Project is a nonprofit organization centered around the prevention and overturning of wrongfully convicted individuals around the United States. Most universities in Ohio have their own chapter of the Ohio Innocence Project, and YSU was only recently added to this list. Criminal justice professor Christopher Bellis said the main goal of YSU's OIPU chapter is to spread awareness through cases studied by students at the University of Cincinnati Law School.
We have an organization chapter. There's an actual clinic in the law school in Cincinnati. Okay. And those are primarily law school students who actually work on specific cases. We at YSU are not going to be working on an individual case. Our goal is to spread awareness about those that have been, that have been wrongfully convicted in Ohio.
As of right now, membership to the organization is limited. Criminal justice graduate student and YSU's OIPU chapter president, Priya Dakal, said that she has been working towards increasing membership across campus.
I've been reaching out to DeBartolo. I've been going on in psychology department, so we are pretty open. All the majors are invited. So I go to DeBartolo. I always post the flyers in each floor. I do it same in Kushwa. I think even the professors should kind of reach out to students, or we have to be more active in social media.
Students interested in joining YSU's chapter of OIPU can email Bellis or DeCall. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Matt Soller.
We at JambarTV will be celebrating Student Press Freedom Day, February 23rd. Come to the Schwabel Reception Center on the second floor of Kilcawley Center at 1 p.m. next Friday for a celebration. See presentations by the Jambar's own Molly Burke, Elizabeth Koss, Cheyenne Gibbons, Christopher Gillette, and Dylan Lux. Food and refreshments will be provided. Alongside that, you'll hear from DJing Jambar sports editor and anchor John Ostapowitz. For more information, look at the flyers, which were made by Jambar head designer Madison Fessler. Looking to get into shape? The Andrews Student Wellness and Recreation Center offers classes, events, and a gym for YSU students, staff, and the community. Director of the Rec Center, Ryan Nicholas, talked about the members can find at the Rec.
We have everything from adventure recreation programs to club sport, intramural, fitness and wellness, and your general recreation programs. In-group exercise classes, we have spinning, yoga, Pilates, we do full body fitness, things like that.
McNicholas said students can also participate in the adventure rec programs like kayaking, mountain hiking, and caving. The rec is hosting several events later this month, including a bench press competition, a bouldering competition, puppy yoga, and a Taylor Swift spinning class. Over the spring break, those interested in personal training can get a 25% off of 3, 5, or 10 sessions. Coffee and tea lovers looking for something different can find familiar recipes at a French-inspired cafe that just opened in Austintown. Here's Editor-in-Chief Molly Burke with more on the new joint.
Located next to Walmart on Mahoning Avenue, Junie Cafe is owned and operated by the husband-wife duo of Mikkel Suppel and Danielle Putt-Suppel. The cafe opened January 9th. Mikkel, a native of France, is the head coach of the YSU women's tennis team. He said he wanted to bring a cozy cafe to Austintown, where he and Danielle live.
We didn't feel there was a space really where people could meet, and enjoy a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, have a little bit to eat, and really feel like a cozy, really comfortable space for that.
Before moving to Austintown, Danielle lived in Worcester. She said the cafe's menu and merchandise section features goods from across the Mahoning Valley, Worcester, and Pennsylvania.
We have coffee from Brand Street. We have coffee from Sure House that we sell, jams. We're going to be getting more things. And we have dog treats too.
Guests can enjoy drinks and pastries in the cafe's French-inspired seating area, which features a mural by junior art education major Grace Mazur. Mazur said she enjoys studying at the cafe with friends.
I've brought Kent friends, I've brought YSU friends. I don't know, it's so fun. And the tables are set up. It's perfect for studying. They got Wi-Fi, they got everything.
Junie Cafe is open Tuesday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on the weekends from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Molly Burke.
That's all for Student Life Update, but stick around for Cameron Nemi with the sports update after the break.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University, know why.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why. Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
I'm Cameron Nemi, and this is your weekly sports update. Since the start of February, the YSU women's basketball team has been 3-0 against Horizon League opponents. The team started the month with a 73-66 win against the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee at home on February 3rd, splitting the season series with the Panthers. 5 days later, YSU traveled north to meet Michigan-based opponent Oakland University. The two 5-8 teams in the Horizon League fought for the 7th place spot in the conference. The Penguins held the Golden Grizzlies to under 45% shooting en route to an 85-79 victory. All 5 starters scored in double digits as fifth-year senior Shaylee Kirby led the way with 24 points, nailing 5 3-pointers on 9 attempts. Fifth-year guard Dina Gerald put up 19 points, while senior guard Malia Magestro had 18. Junior guard Haley Theory and fifth-year forward Emily Saunders each pitched in 10 points. With the win, Youngstown State stayed in Michigan to face off against the University of Detroit Mercy on February 10th. The Penguins and the Titans had a low-scoring affair, as the combined total of the 2 final scores was 103 points. Despite both teams having below-average shooting percentages, YSU prevailed in the matchup with a 54-49 win. The Gwins held Detroit Mercy to 18% from beyond the arc, while shooting 35% as a team. With a 7-8 record in the Horizon League, a win and a Detroit Mercy or Milwaukee loss could move YSU up as high as 5th in the standings. Fifth-year Maddie Albaugh said the road trip was good for the team's confidence and showed they're heading in the right direction.
To get those wins on the road, which is harder to do, was just really fun, and I think it kind of shows the trend we're on right now. Everything is kind of coming together for us, so hopefully the pieces keep coming together and we play our best basketball towards the end of February.
With the possibility of a 4th straight win, the team took on Wright State Wednesday, looking to split the season series with the Raiders. To view stats from the game, visit ysusports.com. The Youngstown State University lacrosse team faced the University of Oregon in its 2024 season opener on February 9th. Throughout the game, the Penguins were unable to keep up with the Ducks offensively, falling 19-8. Head coach Rob Harris said he is excited for the 2024 season to unfold.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to count us out. I mean, you're going to see this in preseason polls and things like that. They think that the team doesn't have a chance to be good, which I think is awesome being the underdog. So this year is going to be kind of a let's shock the world a little bit and just kind of show them that even though we're young and maybe we have a little lower numbers than others, we can still compete with the best.
The Gwins will return to the field on February 16th at 3 p.m. when they host the Ohio State University in their home opener at the Watson and Tressel training site. The Youngstown State University men's and women's swim and dive team traveled to Miami University to compete in the 2024 Miami Classic Invitational on February 16th and 17th in Oxford, Ohio. The men's and women's side ultimately fell short of to Miami. The men's side scored 351 points during the two-day span and the women collected 236 points. Miami's men scored 1,287 points and the women scored 1,491 points. Many of the Penguins freshmen were called upon during this meet. In the women's 500-yard freestyle, freshman Cindy Vandervelde was YSU's first finisher, placing 7th overall. Her time was 5:11.51. In the men's event, freshman David Grant was the Penguins' highest finisher with a time of 4:54.99. Grant also led the Penguins with a third-place finish in the men's 1650-yard freestyle with a time of 17:10.30. Freshman Joseph Wyatt led YSU in the men's 400-yard IM with a time of 4:22.59. Wyatt placed 5th. Wyatt also led the Penguins in the men's 200-yard butterfly. The freshman placed 6th with a time of 1:55.88. The Penguins will now head to Indianapolis to compete in the Horizon League Championship. The championship will begin on February 14th and conclude on February 17th. The Youngstown State men's basketball team began a 3-game homestand inside the Beagley Center. I was there to cover the game this week.
The Penguins defeated the Panthers 97-85 in overtime. With the win, YSU picked up their 10th conference win of the season. Fifth-year forward Ziggy Reed led the way as he scored a season-high 28 points and 8 rebounds. Fifth-year guard Bryson Langdon and Brett Thompson each scored 20 points. In overtime, the Penguins locked up defensively and outscored Milwaukee 20-9. 2 days later, Youngstown State welcomed first-place Green Bay to town. The Phoenix defeated the Penguins 84-83 on a last-second three-point shot, handing the team its second loss of the season at home. Despite the loss, forward DJ Burns recorded a season-high 32 points, which included 5 made threes and 16 rebounds. That marked Burns' 8th straight double-double, as he has 16 on the season, which is 4th in the nation. Burns spoke after the game on missing a crucial free throw towards the end of the game.
I feel disappointed, mostly myself. I mean, as a team, we all have our faults and get, disappointed. But I also, I worked my tail off, put my team in a position to win, and I missed a free throw that potentially could have tied us and sent us to overtime instead of a game winner.
YSU moves to 18-8 on the season and 10-5 in the Horizon League Conference, which has them sitting in 3rd place. Head coach Jared Calhoun spoke after the game on what went wrong.
We just had a lot of breakdowns, lack of discipline throughout the game. And when you don't guard and you're constantly putting pressure on your offense, you're not getting easy baskets, you're going to lose. So I'm not into, I just think we just lack the details and the discipline today.
Youngstown State will begin a 3-game road trip on February 27th as they take on Cleveland State University. To watch the game, go to ESPN Plus or view live stats on ysusports.com. That's all we have for our weekly sports update.
At the start of the weekend, we will see heavy cloud coverage and temps in the 30s. However, on Sunday, that sun will make an appearance with the temps reaching 41 degrees. The high will be around 47 degrees on Monday, and that cloud coverage will return. That's all I have for your weather, but I'm going to toss it back over to Betty and Scott at the desk.
All right, thanks, Reagan. And I'm really hoping that sun manages to part through those clouds because I can't wait for that warmer weather to hit. Scott, is there anywhere you're looking forward to going?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to go to Mill Creek Park, maybe get some photography in, take photos, things like the trees and bridges.
Yeah,
what about
sweet.
you?
I really actually have been really getting into photography recently. I really enjoy like the spring blossoms and, the dew on the grass and stuff like that. And I actually used to do, my best friend's senior graduation photos at Mill Creek. I've done some wedding photography at Mill Creek. That's something I'm always looking forward to.
Oh, nice. I got my senior photos there myself, actually. But
I feel like it's a tradition for everybody in this area to go get your senior photos or whatever photo done at Mill Creek at this point. But I think that's all the time that we have left for this week. As always, stay safe, Penguins, and we'll see you next week.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.